With astrology-informed yoga classes, you can maximize positive planetary influences, minimize negative planetary influences, and live as your highest self. Visit discoverastroyoga.com and join the Astro Yoga experience to get ongoing guidance on how to change your yoga practice based on astrology. Hi, and welcome back. Yoga is really about self-awareness, but it can feel really impossible to be self-aware and grow in self-awareness without first taking the time out to sit in self-reflection. Self-reflection is extremely important because a lot of times it's human nature, and especially in social settings, to repress negative and really difficult emotions. But the problem is that if we repress all of these emotions, then it's hard to grow. If we want to grow in our spirituality and we want to discover ourselves more, we can't ignore all the things that are important to us or all the things that are bothering us. We really do have to face them head on. And as scary as that sounds, it's so essential for our healing journey so that we can begin to move forward. So in today's yoga practice, we're going to move through a really mindful yin flow. And our practice today is going to encourage feelings of self-reflection. And so if you have any emotions or thoughts that come up throughout your practice today, know that it's okay. When those thoughts come up, if they come up at all, then what I want you to do is to acknowledge the thought, respect the thought, and then allow yourself to come back to the thought later at another time so that you can begin to really break it down and see what is it about that thought or emotion, what's the reason why it came up in your yoga practice. So to get started, we're going to just sit with both of the soles of my feet down on my mat. And we're going to move into deer. So both of my hands are going to come behind my back. And I'm just going to find a nice comfortable seat here. Maybe I'm moving my hips a little bit closer to my heels, maybe not. Find a nice spot that's comfortable for you. Once you're here, straighten up your back on an inhale. Exhale, drop both of your knees over to the right. Bring your left hand around, placing it on your right knee. Set your gaze over your right shoulder. Setting your gaze at one single point. I normally like to pick a nice distant point. And connect to your breath. Inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a full count of 4. Keeping the rhythm of your breath throughout the rest of your practice today. Inhale together here. Exhale. Bring both knees back up to center. Exhale, drop them both over to the left side this time. Bringing my right hand over, placing it on my left knee. Setting my gaze over my left shoulder at another point. Really press your hand into the mat. Allow your chest to stand up straight. Allow your hips to fall open. Let go of any tension that you have holding in your hips, in your legs, in your glutes. Let it all go. Inhale here. Exhale. Come back to center. Bring both knees back up towards center. We're going to sweep both of our legs behind us and come up onto our hands and knees. Inhale. Lift up your chest towards the sky. Exhale, round your chest in. Look towards your belly button. Inhale. Come back up, chest towards the sky. Exhale. In. Inhale. Exhale one more time. Find a neutral back. Step your right foot up on the outside of your right hand. Step forward into a low lunge. You have the option to stay on your hands here, or you can come onto a block on your forearms. Really allow this stretch. Notice how it feels in your hip flexors and in your groin. And allow it to be exactly as it is. On your next inhale, come up onto your hands, set your block aside. Step your right foot back onto your knee, and then just step your left foot forward. Switch sides. You can bring your block in once again, resting on your forearms. Inhale together here. Exhale. Move your block over to the side of your mat. Come back onto your hands and knees. From here, we're going to find high plank. So I'm going to tuck my toes, find high plank, holding here for just one big full breath. And then lowering all the way down to my belly. Inhale, coming up for Sphinx. I am resting on my elbows, pulling my shoulders back, and lifting my chest, my heart towards the sky. Really press your elbows down into your mat. Really roll your shoulder blades down onto your back. Release any tension in your legs or in your glutes. And just melt down into your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your chest all the way down. And then find your hands in line with your ribs. From here, we're going to press ourselves up into up dog, down into down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, come back onto a seat. And then lay back onto your back, keeping both of your feet flat, the soles of your feet on your mat, laying on your back. Bring both of my knees into my chest, hug them in. I'm going to lay both of my arms out by my side in a goalpost position, so my elbows, both of my elbows are laying at a 90-degree angle. And then I'm going to drop both of my knees over to the right, setting my gaze over my left shoulder. On your next inhale, bring both of your knees into the center of your chest. Hug them in. Exhale. Open up your arms. Drop both of your knees over to the left side, setting your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, bringing both of your knees into your chest. Hug them in tight. And then extend them forward. Sit up. And we're going to move into supported fish. So I'm going to take a block and then set it behind me. I'm going to take my hand and measure it out. I normally like to put my fingertips right next to my butt. And then from here, just swivel my hand over to the back. And if my fingertips touch the end of the block, then I think I'm in the right position. So just check. It's not necessarily 2 full hands, but if you put your hand next to your butt and then just swivel it around, if you touch your block, then you're probably in a good spot. Once you're there, straighten up your chest, rotate your shoulders onto your back. Inhale. Exhale, lean back. And then try to align your shoulder blades onto that block. And once you're there, rest your head onto your mat with the crown of your head touching your mat. So you may need to adjust yourself a little bit. You may need to rock side to side. You may need to adjust your head or neck. But however you get there, be sure that your block is aligned along your spine. Both of your shoulder blades have space to rest on the block. And then you're allowing the very crown of your head to touch your mat. And then look up into the sky or at the ceiling. Notice the new perspective. Notice how it makes you feel. If you lost connection with your breath, then you can find it again here. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly roll up into a full seat. You can move your block out of the way. And then we're going to sit in a meditative seat. So I'm just going to cross my legs here. You're welcome to cross your legs. You're welcome to sit on a block. But we're going to move into an awake meditation. And what that means for me is that we're going to sit in a meditative seat, yet we're going to allow our eyes to be open. Setting our eyes to a gentle gaze is what I call an awake meditation. And what it does is it allows us to practice stillness in the moment wherever we are. And so wherever you are, cross your legs, maybe sit on a block or on a blanket if you need to elevate your hips to make your seat a little bit more comfortable. And then lay both of your hands on your legs. Maybe flip your hands up towards the sky. And then set your gaze at one single point. Keeping your eyes on that point. Notice how you feel. Notice your breath. Notice how your palms feel. Notice the air sitting in your hands. How does it feel? Is it light? Is it heavy or energetic? Take 2 deep breaths. One more. And lay out in Shavasana, extending both legs, laying out. Open up your palms towards the sky. Release any tension in your body. Close your eyes. Release any restrictive breathing and begin to breathe normally. Notice all the sounds that are in the room, whether they're close or distant, and allow them to be exactly as they are without resisting any change. Notice the air touching your skin. Is it cool? Is it warm? Allow yourself to lay without restriction. Allow yourself to resist the urge to move. And just allow yourself to relax. If you enjoyed today's class, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're interested in learning how you can align your yoga practice based on the current planetary positions, visit discoverastroyoga.com and join the Astro Yoga experience.